You know what would be an interesting idea is if Toomy did the intro this time.
Okay.
I want to hear you loud and proud, Toomy.
All right, I got to know what's going on first because we tried that the first episode.
Just intro us, for gosh darn sakes.
You've heard this show before. Come on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Third Wheel Podcast. I am your introducer, Toomy. Here we have our lovely guest, Caleb.
Hey.
We have our other lovely guest, Shaps.
You hear that, Shaps? We're guests today.
And we're lovely.
You are.
Oh, that's right. I'm a lovely guest. You can't see, but I'm modeling myself right now.
Toomy is currently behind the booth with a locked door and a rifle, and he's taking us hostage. And we're a guest on his show now.
But we're lovely, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we just got done celebrating our 100 subscriber special, and I don't know about you, but I feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside here.
No.
Oh, not just me. What you to me?
I was saying the coffee's wearing off. So.
Oh, yeah. I had to drink a whole thing of Americano. So it took us a minute to hit play again.
Is that the large?
That's the biggest one they got.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one they got?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty weak for like a coffee barista to have like that's the biggest size? Like, I don't know.
No, that's as big as they come, buddy.
I'm thinking of like Vinties where it's like,
Yeah, man.
Well, today we are going to do more mean comments. Hate mail, if you will. You see, we have our share of detractors on this show, whether it's a short that people disagree with, okay, or whether some people disagree with us, which is a fair opinion. Some people think I'm the worst person that ever existed. So I'm excited. How do you feel, Toomy? Like, you were here for the last hate mail. Did it leave you very depressed last time?
No, I feel fine.
How do you feel?
I don't know about you guys, but
I felt great. All right, I'm going to try and go backwards on this one. So we got a lot of stuff on... What's so funny to me?
The audience can't see this, but I have a little mechanism that is shaped like a gun. It's being pointed at everyone. It's the rifle that Chaps mentioned earlier.
that's what I'm talking about. It's not shaped like a gun. It just is a gun to me.
You content guys, do it.
All right, so this one actually isn't hate mail. So this one's from Drew Polly, commented publicly. It's under our short where it's titled, Martin Scorsese spoke truth in all caps. Okay. He says, what movie is coming out that you would like to see that's not a superhero movie? If y'all recall in that short, we were talking about Martin Scorsese and his quote about how it's hard to get. Well, he was saying superhero movies aren't cinema. He tried to get into it. He couldn't. And then I heard some people talk about how he's probably having trouble getting his ideas out there because of superhero movies making all the money. And that's all studios are interested in. So Drew Pally came in and said, what's a movie that's not superhero? Because we complained a lot about Hollywood running out of ideas. And he asked, what's a movie that you'd be interested in seeing that's not superhero themed? So does anyone want to step in before I have my answer?
You mean like something that's coming out?
Yeah, something that's coming out.
Honestly, I know about a lot of TV shows that are coming out that I'm really interested in that are like movie-like quality. But if you're talking about like movies,
a lot of it's on streaming that I was like, there's some stuff I'm interested in that's not even coming to theaters, to be honest with you. A lot of the best movies that are taking creative chances aren't even going to theaters. Hollywood has nothing to do with it.
I want to see Napoleon because that just came out. I heard it was really good.
I want to see that as well.
Let's see. Oh man, I feel like there's something.
Anything coming out this year that you'd be? Let's make it a little easy.
I mean, this year because
It's almost over.
Okay,
but there's some stuff coming out still this month.
Other than Napoleon, probably I can't think of anything that's like coming out right now.
Okay.
Definitely no superhero movies.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I almost want to take a break from those, to be honest with you. And
I've been burned out for like 2 years now.
I was a slow burn on getting burnt out. I was really holding out hope that they would save the day. Loki was still really good, season 2, but other than that. So what about you, Timmy? Is anything coming out this year or next year even that's coming out that you want to see? Not a superhero movie.
Is Killers of the Flower Moon, is that Scorsese?
That is Scorsese. Oddly enough, that was on my list, but me and my girlfriend just never got around to seeing it.
I was told I needed to watch that one.
Yeah, now it's on streaming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cinema for real,
Are movies getting pushed now to streaming like faster than they used to?
Oh, way more.
Yeah.
I mean, like it used to be like
You had to wait
months and months, but now it's like next week. It's just like it's exclusive. It's usually like what is it? You see it in trailers. It's like only in theaters for one day. It's like that's really
Oh,
weird.
really?
Exclusively for one day or whatever. But like
Because back in the day, it had to be specials that did that. So whenever the animated Batman movie Killing Joke came out, that was like a 1 day only special setting, and then it hit DVD the next day, or Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So
there are a lot of Disney movies that do it now, to where it's like in theaters for like a couple days or whatever, or a week, maybe.
Yeah, and then it goes straight to
So
streaming.
they found their money with streaming. They're just like, they really just want to push that.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird what movies they choose to do that with, because most of the Pixar ones are going straight to streaming, or they're going there really fast. But correct me if I'm wrong, but Guardians 3 didn't get to streaming that fast, because it took a while for me to see that one.
yeah, and it didn't quite reach $1 billion, but it made a decent chunk of change. I think it did better than the second one.
I feel like the only like profitable movies, to like Disney standards at least, are the superhero films. That's why they were in theaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything else, like there's way more money in streaming.
Yeah.
Just because, again, you're cutting out the middleman. There's
Right.
just like, it's free money at that point. And like everyone's already paying for streaming for Disney Plus, and like I think what they're doing is they're trying to reformat it, or they're talking about reformatting. I don't know what into, but I know Disney's losing money right now.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking bad, significantly so.
Let's try and stick to the question though, otherwise we'll be here all day.
Well, I was trying to.
Oh, go ahead then.
But, I'm just saying how
What
like
movie are you trying to see?
yeah. Well, I gave you my answer. Just
Yeah.
kind of like not really anything besides like Napoleon. Maybe that Scorsese movie because I love Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Toomy, you had more thoughts? Did you have any more thoughts on that? Killers of the Flower Moon, what else?
That's it. That's I'm not the biggest movie guy, so I don't know what's all coming out.
I love going to the movies. I don't want that to die. And this whole year was bad for Hollywood, so I'm upset. But Wonka, I really want to see Wonka. That's directed by the guy that directed Paddington 1 and 2. So he's very good at catching like the magic and whimsical stuff of children's movies to where they're not just for kids, like they're also magical. There's something that ignites that inner kid in you.
Yeah.
So Wonka, I just saw Godzilla, but if we had done this episode a week ago, I would have been like, bro, Godzilla -1. Like, so good.
I heard it was really good.
Oh my gosh. Like, you talk about a low budget that looks amazing. And they had such a low budget. And the director had to take his computer home and work on effects himself sometimes.
Oh, geez.
So like, and it just turned out so good. So that would have been on my list for sure. But right now, I'm kind of looking at Wonka, and I think that's it for this year. And the next year, I'm sure if I took a look at the list, it'd be some pretty good stuff. So, anybody else have any thoughts to that question? Anything else coming out that they want to talk about?
I'm not interested in Wonka whatsoever.
See, I grew up on those. Obviously,
Gene Wilder.
right, the Gene Wilder one.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Willy Wonka. And then I like the Tim Burton one.
Really?
It's not as good, obviously, as the original. Okay, but it had a lot of visuals from the book that I really liked, and I really enjoyed that still. So I am not a naysayer when it comes to the Tim Burton one. Like the prince that had a whole palace out of chocolate, that's straight out of the book, and the original didn't have that. Now I remember as a kid being disappointed. So
All right, I respect it.
yeah. All right. In the video, describe The Conjuring poorly. Grace019, I'm pretty sure it's my friend Grace, but good to see you. Glad you're watching. She says 7 out of 10 card trick. Talking about the VSMR. Someone's
Yeah,
messing,
I saw
Yeah.
that.
So-
messing with cards. She's like, 7 out of 10 card trick. Thank you. I would love it if you submitted some videos of you doing some card tricks. That way I can steal them and use them for our shorts.
There you go. Get that to a 9 out of 10 real quick.
So I'm saying outsourcing.
Doctor, that guy, that's Matt. He says, those cards look cool. He's talking about the silver cards. Oh, this was a good one. Another based on our silver cards. My girlfriend comes in and says, dang, girl, repaint those nails. Because she was the one shuffling the cards and her nails were a little faded. I'm just going through them. We got some good ones. All right, Shaps. Hogwarts. Okay, this one's titled, Why Does Hogwarts Exist? This is one of my shorts. It's got my face on it.
Oh, I know where this is going.
All right, ready, Timmy? Read this one, Timmy. It's the very top one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it as hateful as you can.
Yeah. Can I imagine what the guy sounds like and try to sound like him?
Is this a joke? Or are you actually this dumb? I'm sorry, I can't tell. Gas.
Ooh.
Like, all right, dude. Like, what's your problem?
All right, so this guy comes in swinging. So we asked a good question in that short. I was
Yeah.
like, you brought up
Still
like,
not answered, by the way.
no, I think Toodles came in with a good response to that one.
No, it was like exactly what I expected it, which is like still not enough.
You think so? So
Yeah.
Okay, so in that short we talk about, okay, what are they training for?
Right.
Right? And it's just like, yeah, they're learning about all these things, dark arts, yada, 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 but why? Like, they don't really address that. And you're right. But Toodles came in and said they're learning how to control their magic.
Yeah, that to me sounds like a fan response because
Yeah.
at no point, even Star Wars did this to where they were making it clear that the children that they're teaching them so that they can control their powers, control their emotions, so they don't become Sith.
Yeah.
These wizards, I thought that's what it was initially, but then you find out that a school like called Durnstrom teaches their kids the dark arts. So it's like, okay, so obviously it's not to combat the dark arts.
Yeah.
What are we here for? And they never say in the books, at least so far, what it's for. Like they just say, welcome to school, get through it, and that's about it. And yeah, like there are like a couple of a handful of jobs. You can be like, Ministry of Magic. You can be a street magician. I don't know. Like legitimately, it's never stated. And it's a little frustrating to me because it's like, that's very easily answered. I feel like you could give a very simple answer.
One sentence.
Like all you have to do is say, yeah, we're training to control their powers so they don't like Harry Potter. He could freaking like, I don't even understand how it works. They didn't explain that either. How he could like tap on glass and have it disappear and then have his cousin like appear in the cage with the snake. They never explain how he did that.
Yeah.
He just does. And it's like, oh, interesting. So like wizards have powers that they can just like trigger, even if they're not aware of it. But they're not there to learn the control. They're just there to learn like deviation.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, he only had one dueling class.
You're right.
One dueling class in like the first or second book, I think. Yeah, second book. My bad. Second book.
I feel like it was the third one.
No, it was the one. It was I know it was a what the crap is it called?
Basilisk.
Yeah, the Basilisk. That's the second book.
Yeah. So
that's when he was able to talk Snake, right?
yeah.
Parcel time. It was in Snape's class, I think.
Yeah,
and that's where he had that one dueling class with Malfoy, and that's about it. I'm just like, yeah, I need a bit of a more of an answer. It's so easy to answer that.
I will say this: I'm playing the Hogwarts video game right now, and I feel like that kind of goes into a little more detail about what you can do after you graduate from Hogwarts.
That's cool. But like, I'm wondering why the author couldn't do that. You know?
Also, it's one thing about saying, "Oh, what you can do." Where do they get off basically kidnapping children?
No,
and like treating
Hogwarts
them with.
I want to hear what Toomy says. Go ahead.
Yeah, Hogwarts is crazy. Like, here's why it can never fly in America. Because like, hey kids, here's essentially a magic gun. Learn how to use it.
Yeah.
And then they go off on these adventures. They go to the Forbidden Forest where like there's stuff that can actually kill them, and they're just like bad people out there that's trying to kill them.
I have a counter to that.
You say that, but Voldemort literally kills people.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Here's my thing. Just don't go to the Forbidden Forest. That's what I would do. Like, that looks very scary. I'm going to go the other way.
Like, I'm not familiar with the movies too much, but everyone goes there in the video games. It's like, why are we going here? This is forbidden for a reason.
Yeah.
Like,
well, in the first book, I don't know if you remember, but Hagrid takes the kids to the Forbidden Forest and he says, "Let's split up, gang."
Hey, you little babies, you go by yourselves this way.
This is their first year at Hogwarts and they're all like 9 years old. And he's like, "Okay, we're going to split up."
Here's your magic gun.
Yeah.
Don't kill each other.
Oh, I wish he gave him a gun. He just said, if you get in trouble, shoot this flare into the sky and I'll come get you.
So to me, to counter that a little bit, in the books, they make it very clear that you're not allowed to use magic. You're not allowed to use magic off school grounds if you're not like graduated. I don't know what the rules are if you are graduated, because the Minister of Magic can tell if you use magic, and they will actually like take your wand away and they'll take your privileges away.
Oh, okay.
Also, they don't teach lethal spells. At least they don't until you go to Durnstrom, I guess. But like for the most part, they don't teach you lethal spells. For that very reason, because giving all these kids superpowers, that'd be very dangerous. And I get keep them in a contained space. Again, if you just said we're teaching these children to control these superpowers, that'd be one thing. But they never do. They just said, "Welcome. Here, you're in the bully school, you're in the not bully school, you're in the bullied school, like have fun, everyone."
Yeah. To counter, you've seen all the X-Men movies, Toomy? Or have you seen any? Okay. The X-Men, you understand why the school, Xavier's school exists, was because like these kids cannot control their powers and he's here to help them. I know why Magneto's recruiting kids to the Brotherhood, because they don't want to control their powers. They want to use them for whatever they want to do, because they don't think mutants should be put in a separate school and treated differently. The books, at least in Harry Potter, just don't have that. They don't. It's just like we're training them for I heard Voldemort somewhere in the woods.
But everyone didn't. Everyone also believed that Voldemort wasn't around
Coming
until
back.
this past book. So it's like, yeah, legitimately, what are we doing this for?
Yeah.
But I still stand on that. I hope to be kind of like, I hope for that to be answered eventually. But it's kind of weird. We're going like book 5 now, and it still hasn't been. I'm just like, that should have been like a book.
And I'm
1
with
thing.
you. So this guy comes in, Bishop Tochi. He says, "Is this a joke or are you actually this dumb?" I'm sorry, I can't tell.
Yes,
okay.
it is true.
Are you going to give us an answer?
I
Yeah.
am that dumb. It is true.
Yeah. So please, Bishop, please come in here and tell me what am I missing? Like honestly,
why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
look, I'm open. Shaps came in a couple weeks ago and fixed Quidditch for me. Like I'm open to suggestions here. If I missed a paragraph where she actually explained something she wrote, then cool. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. Like, please help me here. You know, like I'm not against it. So
No, honestly, but no, just they just
Yeah.
a joke. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks for coming in and just telling us we're dumb. You know,
I get that all the
Appreciate
time.
that. Like I said last episode, I'll take the hate. It's fine. Whatever. We got plenty of subs off of it, so I'm not worried about it. All right, this one is from Samuel L. Jackson Can't Save Marvel. And that one we talk about how
Wow.
Sam Jackson's what?
That name's deep.
Yeah, man.
And we talked about how he's in the Marvels and it did nothing to help sales. He was also in what's that, Secret Invasion? Like that's his show. It still was like the lowest rated show. Like even his star power isn't enough to help it. So, and I also brought up superhero fatigue. We're all getting sick. I said, I generalized it. I said people are getting sick. I might have said everyone's getting sick of Marvel.
Yeah.
So Daddy Bear XXL comes in
Whoa.
and says, "Don't speak for everyone. Thanks." And that's it.
You see, Caleb, you did say you spoke for everyone. I remember that. You said
Yeah.
you spoke for literally everyone.
I think I speak for everybody here when I say. So,
that was excellent. Cannot save the Marvel Universe.
well, this is what I was happy with. Someone came in and argued with them, so we got a little nerd debate going.
Yes. Fight.
All right. So, Daddy Bear said, "Don't speak for everyone. Thanks." Then Sans the Skeleton 5900 came in and said, "I'm sorry, but even though you shouldn't speak for everyone, but it's the majority of Marvel fans right now, they have failed to really put out a good movie in years."
Sans came in with the save.
Yeah.
Sans came in with the save.
But he's not done. He commented again. "And yes, I do know about Spider-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy, but honestly, they're a bit different than the other movies that we've been getting since. A lot of the ones that have been getting were basically given to us by bad directors and people wanting to make strong women without actually making them a strong woman.
this guy's got-
Convincingly, I'm so sorry. I'm high right now, so it's a bit difficult to type all this out."
I was about to say this guy's got some issues. Right? Okay, so dude, when the Undertale fan base comes to our defense, that's what I'm pulling out.
All right, so my buddy Zane comes in here. Texas Red 4630. He says Indy 5 is my favorite Marvel film. So he's in there trolling. And then Matt comes in, Doctor That Guy. Secret Invasion was so boring, it just became background noise in my house. The team that made Andor should be in charge of Disney. And then, do you want to read your comment to me? Because this is where you came in and chimed in.
Andor's too good for Disney.
Andor shouldn't be Star Wars. It should just be its own sci-fi
Honestly.
franchise.
I said, no one wants to hear this, but Thor, Love and Thunder was a good movie. And I stand by that.
What was the one under it? The
No,
comment.
it wasn't. This is from Matt. No, it wasn't. The jokes fell flat. Thor 3 had the best balance of comedy and seriousness, which he's right.
All
I
right.
agree.
And
Wait.
then you came back in with another one. So, Timmy, you come back in and you say, "I think the jokes fall flat compared to Ragnarok. By itself, Love and Thunder is enjoy." Is enjoy, sir?
I
Because
promise you there's more to that.
no, because at the bottom, here's the like and the heart, and that's for me to react to. And there's no see more button.
Oh, okay. I just had a stroke for some reason. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I screenshot more. All right, so after you say that, you say, "Fall flat compared to Ragnarok. By itself, Love and Thunder is enjoy." Maybe you meant to say enjoyable.
I'm going to blame autocorrect on that one.
So Daddy Bear comes back in and replies to Sand Skeleton, "You have taken polls. You speak for the majority. Interesting. And then you go on to say that certain movies don't count because they're different yet Marvel? Yeah, sure, buddy." All right. Right?
Papa Bear, no.
You totally made your case. Also, I'm high right now, so that we agree on something.
Oh
Bah,
my-
ha 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 ha. Puff puff pass. All right, Daddy
We
Bear.
have the best fans. Oh, I want these two to get their own show now.
I know, right? So Daddy Bear responds to Matt. And he says, "That's how I felt about the Hawkeye show, so I stopped watching and then picked it up like 4 months later and actually enjoyed it once I got past the second episode."
There was a Hawkeye show.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
it.
man.
Oh my god.
It was fairly decent.
There was
And
a-
that's it. He responded to everybody except Zane for obvious reasons. All right, so that's that conversation. Let me see here. Let me make sure.
Can I just say something to?
Please say something.
Was it Daddy Bear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Daddy Bear.
Respond to
and
Daddy Bear,
Sans
please.
the skeleton, guys. It's very clear you're going through a rough patch right now. I mean, I get it, right? Daddy Bear, you're stressed that Sans does have the majority vote in the Marvel Cinematic fan base,
And he took the polls.
He took the polls.
He did the studies.
He did them.
All right.
And you're not happy about that. I get it. And Sans Skeleton, you're just upset that you're high.
No one's
But-
upset when they're high.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I'm
done
pretty
drugs?
Sure, I'm pretty sure he's not upset.
I have not. But I just want you all both to realize that when you're both in this substance, right, dealing with this substance, it brings out your best parts. I mean, everything, all passion is good passion. Am I right? Like keep arguing, keep talking. I want to see these two appear in cameo form across every episode from here on out. Keep talking, guys. I can't wait to hear more.
I know. I don't think we'll ever see Daddy Bear again.
Yeah, Sans kind of did destroy him. He kind
Yeah.
of won that argument.
Well, that and he didn't sub, so I doubt he's going to hop in here anytime soon again.
Is Sans a sub?
Not publicly,
Okay.
so I don't think so. But all right, this one's related to Darcy's podcast where he celebrated sobriety. She says she brought up, "I was in Freedom House for 22 months. I remember you, Darcy. You were in the one in Disney. I'm so sorry about what happened to you there." Thank you, Susie, for chopping in here and trying to encourage Darcy. I know she appreciates it. I think y'all kind of connected over social media. Thanks for supporting the show. I'm glad that y'all are kind of bonding over something like that. Are horror movies even scary? That was the one you did with your friends while I was out of town.
We got hate mail for that one?
No, this was a regular comment. Lakey Shat Thomas 9257 says, "Came across this while watching Sinister." So y'all were talking about Sinister. And so apparently she must have Googled Sinister. Okay. This might be bad on my end. Lakeisha Thomas. I read that wrong. Lakeisha Thomas read that.
No, that was fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so apparently, I guess Lakeisha Googled Sinister and then we popped up. So
There you
cool. We got the algorithm for half a second. All right. Fredetti 4 came in during one of my routine jokes where I talked about we bombed. And I said, he says, "Bro who eats a hot dog like that, kind of sussy." That's the one where I took the hot dog by the horns and was like, "Oh," and he's like, "Bro, who does that?"
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
kind of sus. And I think I responded to that. But with that, I think I sent him a winky face. It is sus, and that's why I did it. So, ha.
Oh, gosh. I'm glad I didn't see that one. You would have read my hate mail.
Wait, what would you have said?
Something not PC. So we're going to leave it at that.
Let's make things less PC and more DC. Am I right? Detective Comics, yeah. That was terrible. At Night 09, can I become a bad boy? That's the episode title. Okay. Matt came in and says, "I think a nun needs to apply the wise words to Donald Trump." Matt, I wish I knew what you were talking about. And don't get political in my comments, please. This one I was happy with. So my last post before the one with the fan art, I did a post where I took a picture of me smiling and I said, I don't know what joke I made. I remember the joke sucked, but I was smiled after. And then Striker MXX came in and said, "Your pod dropped randomly on my page. I dig it. 3 thumbs up." He subbed. That was nice of him. That's the episode where he subbed after the episode, describe a movie poorly or a film plot poorly.
That was
like
our one of our hits, actually.
Yeah, that one got like 136 views, full episode. That's pretty good. So Let's see. Third wheel host secret lover came in and says, "Can I become your bad boy?" The answer, third wheel secret lover, is absolutely. What are you gonna say?
Can you disclose which one of your friends that is?
I wish I knew.
You know it's one of your friends, right?
Well, yeah. I don't. How many people line up, Shaps, to ask you if they can be your bad boy? Because you would say no to all of them.
Honestly.
Me, I'm open-minded. The answer is
he
yes.
does eat hot dogs pretty successfully.
That's right.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, or I'll think about it. All right.
Let him ask his girlfriend first, you know?
Yeah. Nah, she's cool with it. All right. This one, third wheel host secret lover came in and said, "Me too." Kiss emoji.
I don't like this person. I'm sorry if it's someone that I like in real life. I don't like you anymore.
I doubt you've met that. Whoever they are. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
It's just Caleb.
It's just me.
Talking to himself.
Yeah. So, do you remember when we described Green Lantern? And I was I was describing the end credit scene. Did you see that one, Toomy?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Did you like that one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Quite humorous.
All right. So, in this one, describe Green Lantern poorly. I gave the thing where Sinestro put the ring on, the Fear Yellow Man ring.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, he put it on. He's like,
Fear Man.
Yeah, his eyes rolled to the back of his head. Right. Like he just anyway.
Yeah.
Eric Stokely 4734 came in swinging and said, "If you're going to talk about a movie, don't you think you should actually learn about the movie? Don't be a moron like the rest of these people that make videos."
There are more of us?
Yeah.
More people are talking about this scene?
So the movie, came out like 12 years ago?
Who's talking about it still?
Yeah, nobody. Even on his trailers, once they took their shots out on it, they stopped.
Yeah.
Even Deadpool 2 quit making Green Lantern jokes. They haven't made a movie since then.
Right.
That's what killed it, yeah.
Here's my question to you, Eric. What's there to talk about? Don't you think you should research it? No.
What research?
Yeah.
We're just describing what they showed.
I literally am narrating a scene that was it. And look, he put on a yellow ring and he turned to a yellow man. What more do you need?
No, don't you understand? But in
Yeah.
the comics, that represents Jesus.
Look, I'm going off the movie here, and I researched it. I A, watched the scene, and B, I described it verbatim, word for word. I even lined it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Cut to black.
Synced, yeah.
Yeah, I synced it up perfectly. So, Eric, do your research and watch the rest of our show, and maybe subscribe. Get the full context.
Please do.
Maybe you should do a little bit of research in here.
Oof.
Rotorhead V8 says, "It didn't suck. People just want every movie to blow their socks off. Sometimes you just have to relax and enjoy." He's talking about Green Lantern.
No, I understand that sentiment, but I do not believe that it's applicable to this film.
Any other context, Rotorhead? The answer is yes. Okay, here's my thing. If you like the Green Lantern movie, then good for you. That's hats off to you. And look, he asked a good question. He just said it didn't suck. Everyone just let everyone else's opinion come in and mess it up for them.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what? I can respect that position, but I disagree. All right. It's universally hated. That's not a good enough reason for me to hate the movie. Yet I still do. And I think I am rightly so in that camp.
There is still room for objective opinion in the world of cinema.
So I did respond to that comment and I said, it surprises me how many people come back and say that they didn't enjoy it or did enjoy something that was universally hated. And you know what? Cool. That's interesting to have a retrospective. I would actually, a movie that I would go back to and say I didn't hate that much is Spider-Man 3.
Oh, I actually like Spider-Man 3.
I retrospectively come back and say I liked it a lot more than when it came out.
I still watch it every once in a while.
Toomy, you're making a face. How do you feel about it?
Oh,
It's not as bad as everyone says it is, but it is bad.
Yes, and I get that.
Yeah, I think the majority of people have a more positive opinion because time has passed, so it's nostalgia.
And we've seen what's come after it.
Yeah, I think it's the same way that people like the prequels now. It's
Yeah.
the people like Spider-Man 3 now.
So here's the thing. We all saw Morbius, and then we all watched the Kraven the Hunter trailer and that Madam Web movie that looks awful. And we came back and said, you know what? Spider-Man 3 is not that bad.
Sam Raimi, can we
Yeah.
come back?
Yeah. Can you get your brother Ted Raimi back in here and let's do another one? I'm a lot more forgiving of Spider-Man 3, even with all its faults, because of the garbage that came after it. I couldn't help but, you know what? That wasn't so bad.
I never liked the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I still don't think I do.
I'm with you on that.
I think those are mid.
Right. Now, Toomy, you don't like the original Spider-Man at all. Tobey Maguire.
I think Toby's kind of a creep, especially in Spider-Man 1, where he just doesn't know how to talk to women
Or he's
at
like
all.
a 25-year-old talking to.
I'm sorry.
He's like a 32-year-old.
Hold on a second here. I look at us as guys. I didn't know how to talk to women until I was 24, so I don't want to hear it. That's pretty realistic, I'd say.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the fact that he's literally like playing, or the actor was like in his mid to late 20s at that point. He's in high school.
No, I get that. Toomy said he's a creeper. I was like, look, man.
No, I don't. He's just like average like nerd who's like awkward. Like I don't think there's anything like really weird. As long as he's not like, okay, if you compare it to like modern day like creeps,
Yeah.
who are like
Yeah,
on the
fair.
computer, like incels, like are on the computer all day and they don't never talk to any girls. He at least tries. He at least tries to talk to MJ.
Yeah.
So like, no, I don't think he's creepy. I
And
think
yeah,
he's just.
All right, so my thing is that he took a picture of Mary Jane and lied about being for the school paper.
He didn't lie, did he?
I don't
Yeah,
think that was
he-
part of the school paper.
I would say he did kind of lie about
Like,
that.
I don't remember him
That's
lying about that. I thought he was
not-
literally there for the school paper because he was a photographer.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I don't think that was a lie.
Okay. Maybe. Actually, now that you bring that up, yes. He was the only one there with the camera taking
Yeah, because that
pictures.
leads into his job of photography. Like he
Yeah.
was a school photographer. I think that's true.
That is
Maybe.
fair.
I don't think they tie those two things together, but I will give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
going to say
not a creeper.
Let's not
but-
split hairs here.
Yeah. All right, not a creeper.
He's awkward as all get out, but like yeah.
But so was I, and so am I.
Oh, he was awkward in like Spider-Man 2 as well.
But it works out. And then he was way awkward in the third one when he's dancing downtown.
Well, what I miss
New
about
York.
what I miss about Tobey Maguire is that they never really like he had that dorkiness that I don't think they've ever done again. Like they just kind of for Amazing Spider-Man, they just focus on making Peter Parker hot for some reason.
Yeah.
And then, which like Andrew Garfield, he's actually a really good actor, and like he was funny. Tom Holland, they sort of did like a weird in between, but they still like, I mean, good lord, like
Yeah.
it's Tom freaking Holland, like that's the Justin Bieber of this age. He's in freaking everything, so not fair comparison.
That is fair. Anybody else have something they want to put on there? No, okay.
No,
Cool.
we're good.
Awkward pause. Cricket. We got crickets, but I'm worried about the buttons going crazy. All right. Is anyone excited for Dune 2? That's the title of the short. Someone came in. Yes, I'm excited. What? It's gorgeous. Good for you, buddy.
Good.
I'm really excited
The movie looks cool. Yay.
I wanna watch it in IMAX.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been to an IMAX movie since. Ooh, man. I wish I could have saw either Alien or Jurassic Park on IMAX when they re-released it. But what was the last movie I saw? I feel like it was when I went to like an educational theater for like an educational movie.
Huh.
Yeah, so what's it called? The Science Museum, where they have like weird stuff there. I think I went there for that. And yeah, I think that's what ended up happening.
I would love to meet a Dune movie fan who actually likes Dune more than just the visuals.
No, that's fair.
No, I get that. And we
Like,
we
I don't
talked
think I'd
about
ever
that.
go to a movie just for visuals,
I
But
think that's the episode we talked about it, where I was just like, the visuals are good. I had my expectations set too high for Dune, where they're like, this is Lord of
me
the
too.
Rings.
They
and
told me
in
it was
space.
Star Wars and Lord of the Rings all in one.
Yeah, and I was like, I go in there and it's like, it's nothing. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
For sure.
So I came in expecting one thing and I got something different. I wouldn't say
you got-
bad, but
You
I
got a big
something-
lore dump for sure.
but I got something different than what I was
Yeah,
expecting.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, watch the episode. I stand by my opinion about it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Shout out to whatever episode that was and go watch it. But, just a little bit revisiting on the topic there because we got 25 minutes left and I think we're halfway through the comments. So, all right. Episode 35, explain a movie plot poorly. This is where Striker MX came in and he said, your pod dropped randomly on my channel. I dig it. Well, before that, he commented on that episode 35. He says, after I got done explaining Terminator, he says, I'm surprised you didn't mention the TV show, The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
There was a TV show.
There was a
Yeah,
TV
I didn't
show.
know that.
And here, Stryker, let me say, just for you, I watched the first episode.
Wow.
It has Lena Headey as Sarah Connor. Do you know who Lena Headey is?
No,
Do you any of y'all watch Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah,
I
do.
don't.
She, Cersei Lannister.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's Sarah Connor. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that. She was in a lot of stuff before.
How old is that?
It's pretty old.
yeah.
Like the visuals were bad. They were so bad. Like they were clearly going for Arnold look-alike, but it looked nothing like him. And he was. And I know Terminators aren't supposed to be good actors, but I was sitting here like he's trying to copy Arnold Schwarzenegger terribly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So on top of that, like his Terminator design didn't look good. I did enjoy the writing. It's after the second one, I think, or maybe it's after the first one. I can't remember. I have to go.
What's the plot?
Basically, let me think. After the second one, Skynet's still sending Terminators after them, and she's hopping boyfriend to boyfriend, moving them school to school.
A new boyfriend, a new Terminator.
Right. and in this one, she was engaged to a guy. As soon as he proposed, she took the ring and then ran off and then sold it. And so the guy's like trying to cope, and he's like, you know, I loved her. And then she loved him, but she couldn't because she's always on the run from Terminators. So it's yeah.
What a problem to have.
I wasn't really into this, but I wanted to give it a try because he commented, and I do take our audience's feedback very seriously. Like he brought it up and says, I'm surprised you didn't mention it. So here I am mentioning it now. I watched the first episode. I failed to get hooked.
Doesn't mean he liked it. So
right. That's true. He's like, I just commented because I hated it.
Yeah, honestly.
He may watching the whole show reviewing
I'm surprised there wasn't a freaking like kids cartoon of Terminator, to be honest. Because there was a kids cartoon of like everything, even RoboCop. So like,
you're right. They're making an Ash versus Evil Dead cartoon.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so excited.
Interesting.
Me and my girlfriend are going through that show. All right. We are now on TikTok. Okay, so on this one, I posted a short on another joke that I told that bombed. Mm-hmm. Bob Bobbert came in and said,
all right,
what is this? I want my minute back.
Is that a sarcastic or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you will not get that back.
So I'm not going to lie to you guys. This one was the last straw on why I don't upload. This one actually did hurt my feelings because me sharing my jokes in that story of me bombing it's very personal. Like it's very hard to put yourself out there creatively, right? Mm-hmm. So me always putting the disclaimer like this joke bombed. I know it sucks, but here's the joke anyway. I think it's a funny story, right? Mm-hmm. So when I put myself out there like that, like if any of y'all who are listening ever do stand up, it is terrifying. And when you're up there telling jokes, you're being vulnerable, you're opening up. It's like going to a poetry reading. You're reading your poetry and people start booing. Mm-hmm. For me, that's the equivalent of going up there to tell jokes and people don't laugh. And so when I put the disclaimer in there, yeah, this joke sucked. I tell the whole story, and then it's like, but here's the joke I told that sucked. And then someone comes in, I want my minute back. Well, you, sir, can, I don't know, go to hell and ask for it back. Like, I don't know, like, what do you know? So I quit uploading the jokes to TikTok because the TikToks we're getting ruthless comments, like, really? And they're on stuff that I didn't even think were that offensive. Like, it's just like, again, I just posted a joke that sucked, and I knew it sucked. And Bob Bobbert had to come in there and be like, you know, oh my gosh, this was so bad. I want my minute back. What a waste of time. And like we do. I sit here all day and say, look, you click, not me. Get over. And that's how I really feel. I agree. But in this one, I legit feel like I did everything I could to say, hey, this is me being vulnerable. This is me opening up. For some reason, TikTok just really likes to crap on our show, dude. And I get the hate mail. I do like I said, I'm okay with it. But in that instance, I was like, why is TikTok like just? This sounds bad, and maybe childish. But I was like, why is TikTok so mean? For no reason. Like honestly, like in this one, I feel like I was very vulnerable with like, here's the story I told. And for some reason, every time we do it to TikTok, that's where we get the most hateful comments. So I'm debating. I'm for sure not going to post any more jokes on TikTok, but I'm debating putting any shorts at all on TikTok now because that's really where we get the meanest stuff, and it's really a lot of it is very much unwarranted. And I know the more subscribers we get, the more susceptible we are to people coming in with mean comments. I get that. But it feels like on TikTok, there's nobody there that's rooting for you. It feels like everyone who goes on there, anytime you try to be actually creative, if you're not a woman who's hot and starts like posting provocative stuff, if you're not doing that, then people just will crap on you. They'll crap on anything you're doing creatively. But what do you think? Agree or disagree on that?
No, I get that. I mean, like, to be honest, that comment doesn't, I mean, maybe it's just me, doesn't seem a whole, like, very offensive and very mean. I actually thought it was more sarcastic and more like, I wouldn't say endearing, but just like, you know, whatever. But if you truly feel that way, yeah, don't post on TikTok. But like, I mean, I don't really care about that stuff. Even if it was like towards me, I don't feel like I would really care about it. Like, I really could just read hate mail all day long and like be okay. I think if it was the only thing we were getting, that'd be one thing. We also get a lot of positive stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't ever agree with making changes and shifts just because one person or a few people don't like something. It's always to me like, what does the majority think, you know, and like, what do your close friends think, you know, and like, it shouldn't be some random stranger, nobody on the internet who's just like, yeah, well, you may have wasted a minute in your opinion, but like you chose that, you know, and also, you know, a lot of people probably like that story. I think it's a really funny story. So I don't know. I think you should care, you know, about what people around you think, not just people who you don't even see, can't even. Like,
and I do get that perspective. That's why whenever I'm describing Green Lantern and I'm just trying to be funny, and someone comes in, you know, you should do your research on the terrible Ryan Reynolds CGI green rendered Green Lantern movie. Like, shut up, you know. Like,
I don't get angry. I just get. I
that was funny.
Like, it's generally funny.
But on that one, to me it was a little bit more personal. I agree with you on 99% of the time. Just in that situation, I was like, this is me opening up on a joke, and it was already hard enough bombing.
Sure.
On that one though, and maybe he was being facetious. Maybe you're right. Maybe that he was like leaning into it, because I responded with, I'm sure the audience felt the same way. LOL.
Yeah.
And then he hearted the post.
See, yeah.
So,
I think that was a good way to respond.
Right.
Good, mature way to respond. And I think he genuinely thought it was funny. Probably.
Maybe.
I think that sounds like a sarcastic thing you would say after someone tells a bad joke. Excuse me, a bad joke.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant that to hurt you. But if you felt hurt by it, then maybe just like, I guess, control of what you're sensitive of and what you should post about it.
I still stand by it. We don't get anything positive on TikTok. I swear to God.
I love to read some, but like I wasn't even really aware that we were posting that much on TikTok. But
for a while I was posting every short that was on YouTube is going on TikTok.
To me, any exposure is good exposure, I guess. But if you feel like, you know, it's not producing any fruit, I'm just like, I don't care. I don't even read the comments. So, fair. We'll see.
When we get a bigger audience, we're going to draw in a lot more trash anyway, where people are coming in to just hate
not
on
just
us.
that. We're going to get freaking like 1,000 subscriber channels that are going to come after us, bro. We're going to get rivals. We're going to get drama. So like,
I'm okay with not responding back to them.
I'm going to say I'm okay with that.
There's nothing that pisses off someone more than leaving them on red. And that's something I've noticed. When you get back and try to troll them back, that's what they want.
Yeah.
But if you just flat out pretend they don't exist, they get mad. You know what I mean? I think that's a lot more funny and more rewarding.
One thing before we move on, I just want to say, like, don't pay attention to the unconstructive criticism all that much, because you don't know who's on the other end, like, telling you this stuff.
True.
Maybe a person that doesn't know what they're talking about. So
that's fair. So on the same, this isn't a short, I don't have the title, but it's from TikTok, and it's me complaining about product placement. That's the one where I'm describing Krispy Kreme and the Power Rangers and how they...
Oh, that's my favorite short. We're talking about General Zod.
Yeah. All you can eat. That's also one of my favorite shorts. I forgot to mention that one. So Paco Marone comes in and says, imagine a podcast where you complain about product placement. So I'm reading that as like more unconstructive criticism, where he's basically mocking us, where like our podcast is too generic, where we're complaining about stuff that everyone complains about. I think that's what he's saying.
I don't know.
Right. He says, imagine a podcast where you complain about product placement.
Can we get high Skeletal Sands back in here?
Yeah. Come on in here. Take you a few hits and tell us what you think. For real.
I'm confused by that because you could be critiquing the fact that we do product placement, which we don't, because they would have to watch and they would have to understand that we don't. Or like you're saying, they're talking about how all podcasts talk about product placement. I don't understand.
I think he's trying to say we're not that special. I think that's what he's saying.
Okay, well,
that's what it sounds like.
I understand that, sir, but
yeah, but that's not true, because I am special. I'm really funny and cool. But anyway. So I commented respectfully. I said, I don't have to imagine, I have one. And I did the emoji where you're like, you got your tongue sticking out, one wink, like a playful, like, So,
wow.
It was just unproductive, dude hating. So I was just like, whatever, dude. So, TikTok. Hot Cheeto Puff comes in on one of my candy bar videos, and she says the taps, and then she does the laugh crying emoji. So that's my friend Grace again. She hopped into TikTok and commented on that, and then I said, "LOL, it gets worse," because that was before I started unwrapping it and tapping it. So, Shoops 24/7. This is the episode me and Shaps talk about old YouTube and all the stuff we used to subscribe to. Shoops 24/7 comes in and says, first thing I ever saw on YouTube was Kimbo Slice beating the crap out of people.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I don't know who Kimbo Slice is.
It's really famous Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he eventually made his way to UFC, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So that was nice. That's like one positive TikTok comment was like, they just shared something that they saw for old YouTube.
Yeah.
And I like that. That was really nice. All right, getting back to Harry Potter.
Oh,
We get the worst comments from TikTok on Harry Potter
I love
episodes.
it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
so I'm okay with these because I knew going into this Harry Potter series we were going to piss people off. So I was already prepared for that.
yeah.
Are you just this dumb? I can't tell. Like I knew that was coming.
Right.
Right? If we ever piss off Taylor Swift fans, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast canceled.
Yeah, we're done.
Well, you love Taylor Swift, don't you?
Not even. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes. Say
I
yes.
mean,
Yes. Yes.
He's nodding at me to say yes.
We're all Swifties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hogwarts is Joseph B. Hogwarts isn't a specialized education. It's general magical education, so people aren't going around being self-taught. Did I read that correctly?
Okay. Yeah. Once again, where is that in the book?
Just get like that's
No,
very
that's a great answer.
that's
If
a very
only-
well written paragraph.
If only.
If she thought of to write it in there, that'd been great. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry. Big boy. Well, isn't that what the owl's for? I thought it was like a standardized test for all the different jobs. Plus, I mean, you have all the different magical shops, procuring goods and animals. The sports industry, probably you could also be employed by one of the pureblood families. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mentioned. I actually brought up how there's like a few specific jobs, but like nothing beyond that.
Yeah. So you're going to be working at the equivalent of McDonald's forever if Hogwarts.
Good for you.
He also says he responds to himself. Plus, the wizard population is extremely small compared to the muggle pop. That's an interesting perspective. There's not enough jobs to go around because there's not that many magical people when compared to the rest of the planet.
But again, the comment or my initial comment wasn't about the lack of jobs. It was the fact that there was no goal at all, no clear goal at all.
Yeah.
It's like I saw this skit where it was like they're talking about it was like Yu-Gi-Oh or Bakugan or something, some card game. And it was a cartoon, and they were talking about like, okay, let's just say Pokemon. Like, oh my gosh, Ash, you get to be a Pokemon master. Good thing you know Pokemon really well. But it's like, well, actually, like, I don't want to be a Pokemon master anymore. I want to get like a job. You know, like what degree does this get me? Well, you can like teach people how to play with Pokemon. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that either. I just want like a normal job. What does this get me? He's like, yeah, those are the only two things. Like, it's just like it kind of feels like that. You know, like you kind of coast into like this. You know, one of three things maybe, but like, why are you even doing it to begin with? Because you didn't choose this life; they chose this
The
life.
thug life chose you.
Yeah, the freak Hagrid was going to come in out of your chimney and just like kidnap you and basically like you want to play with magic. Yeah,
I do actually. Thank you for asking.
brainwashes the poor kid, and so
Yeah.
like to the point where, oh, now there's a big evil. You're gonna have to learn really well. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And soon enough, he doesn't care about the Muggle world. He hates the Muggle world. That's how they get you.
So I'm going to have to refer back to Daddy Bear's comment. Don't speak for everyone. Thanks.
That's the difference between you and me. I do speak for everyone.
So does this podcast. That's my official stance. Anything else?
Speak for everyone.
Anybody have something else they want to add to that? I think that's all our comments for this episode.
Gosh.
If not, we can try.
Can we
one of
just
these
get
food
J.K.
items.
Rowling to comment on our video?
For real? Can she? Did anyone research what her pseudonym is? She has a pseudonym because she got canceled for some transphobic remarks, apparently. And she writes under a pseudonym. The problem is everyone knows it's her.
Because she just says the same thing.
Yeah, it's literally like, I don't know how it got leaked, or maybe she was just clumsy, but she basically, for me, if everyone knows it's your pseudonym, then it's like you coming in wearing a fake mustache from the party store.
Oh my God. Was it I am Lord Voldemort?
Right, yeah.
But it's like reverse
No.
the letters and everything.
It's not J.K. Rowling. Do we have a food item down there? Is there another chip bag? I prefer not to get to the cereal.
I think it's just
What do we got down there? We haven't done this section in a while, and
we got Funyuns wavy.
We got some wavy Funyuns.
Onion flavored potato chips.
All right, so why is this one so special,
I don't know.
Chaps? Because it's Lay's, but they combine it with the taste, the quality flavor of
Funyuns.
How do you feel about this, Toomy? Are you excited?
I'm a little perplexed.
Do you like Funyuns?
I do.
Do you like potato chips?
Hit or miss.
Okay, I was gonna say then what's the hold up? But, no, hit or miss. What about you, Chaps? Do you like Funyuns?
I can only think of like maybe 2 times I've ever had them.
Did you like them when you had them those 2 times?
Sure.
Did you like potato chips?
Yeah, when they're like included in the meal.
We got some tough crowds here. I'm gonna open this and then cut this part out.
Snacks for me. I'm not much of a snacker. That's probably why.
Sir, you say that every time.
Yeah, why don't you remember it?
Grab you a chip. All right, so how does it look?
That's a Lay's potato chip.
Well, kind of sadder. Like there's less color in it.
That's
There's
true.
a lot less color.
You think it would be more green? The bag is very green.
This is like
Yes.
gray. It's like graying out.
So let's see if there's any nice description here. Who said you needed rings to have fun? Get the flavor of Funyun rings now on Lay's wavy potato chips.
It also doesn't smell very good.
It smells like onion.
Does it smell like onion?
It smells like
It smells like potato chip.
flat.
These have been here for a while.
That is so true.
You guys remember the short where I did the Philly cheesesteak Pringles thing and I dumped them on the table and I was like, Pringles, Philly. That's when I bought these.
That's
So
right.
It was a long time ago.
I don't want to try that cereal now.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. All right, Chaps, do the normal countdown.
3, 2, 1. Synchronize.
These aren't stale.
That's a lot of onion.
It's a very crunchy, wavy Funyun.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I'd
It's
eat
not
it.
bad. It doesn't taste like a Funyun per se. It just tastes like Lay's sour cream and onion with no sour cream.
Yeah, just Lay's onion. It's just they should have just
Yeah, it's just a little heavy on the onion. But
skip the BS. Put Lay's onion flavored chips.
That's
put
strange.
Put a big onion on the paper. Don't act like this tastes like Funyuns. This tastes like
No.
chips with onion.
I kind of taste I kind of taste Funyuns, but maybe because I'm thinking about Funyuns
It's
right
faint. It's very faint.
It's a very faint
Have
muted
another one?
Funyun. All right,
Just
try not to
try.
chew into the mic, sir. You want another one,
now.
too?
The whole idea.
No, it's not. We're doing VSMR, not ASMR. I hate you. You made my life so much more difficult. All right. Well, guys, overall, I'm thankful for 100 subscribers, and I'm also thankful for all the hate. Okay. I read every comment, even the ones I've deleted.
Please tell me you don't delete
I don't
comments.
delete
Okay.
comments. Oh, gosh. I'm not a
That's
jerk.
like number 1 loser Chad.
I know. I agree. I don't want to be that guy. There's a game developer we should talk about who basically, when he gets bad feedback, he goes in and starts hating. Like he tried to go toe to toe against Markiplier, which one, you're an idiot because he's a big game guy,
Oh gosh.
and then two, like he's like a small game developer. He's like a one man game developer. Like you think you were gonna win?
Want to talk about that?
Yeah, his games are already popular, so I don't know why he thought he was going to go against Markiplier. But guys, I think we accomplished a lot of stuff today. I'm excited, and we got some good topics coming up. How do you feel, Timmy? Did we do better this time putting you in?
Yeah. You guys did a good job. I feel like I did a better job of kind of interjecting
That's
whenever
good.
I have an opinion.
Yeah. Why don't you like Assassin's Creed?
I don't hate it.
Yeah, put him on spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. We got 4 minutes.
I said it's kind of mid, if we're being honest. Well, now it's very mid.
Which
Yeah, very
one?
much
Which
so.
one have you played again?
I played a lot. 1, 2,
really? Okay.
Brotherhood.
So you have played enough to make an opinion about it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm not letting you off that easy.
What?
How do you not like them and you play all of them? You
Yeah.
must have liked something.
They're all so
4,
different.
Yeah. 4 is good.
Yeah, 4 is amazing.
My favorites.
No, wait till
my favorite Brotherhood, and I think the last one I like is Origins, and that was more of the RPG where they're trying to be the Witcher.
that's the Egypt one, right?
Yes.
Okay,
That was
that's
fun.
fair. Okay, well, sorry we didn't let you speak your piece last time.
It's fine.
I'm
We
pretty sure
talked
he
about
said the
something.
exact same thing last time.
I think so too, but whatever. That episode we were having mic trouble, so I tend not to go back to the ones if where there were heavy production issues.
Are you more of an assassin or a Templar?
The good guys, the assassins.
Oh, that's
feel like-
subjective.
Yeah, if you play Rogue, you play as a Templar killing the assassins.
Which is one of my.
That's interesting.
That's actually my favorite story.
Mm-hmm.
Was Rogue, and it actually made me double think or think again about the Templars.
yeah, the assassins
really
are
cool.
jerks. If you're a Templar,
maybe I should play that one. I don't
yeah,
know.
I got it on PC. I just never played it. But anyway, Guys, I think that's it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. We finally got back to the food stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.